Hey everyone, I wanted to make a video for you to talk to you about something that I think affects all of us. It is a rampant disease that we all face at one point in time in our life. So Pat was up last night apparently having some amazing thoughts going through his head, and he sent me this really long message that completely encouraged me, and he asked me to talk to you about this thing. So I want to start off by telling you a little story. When I was a kid, well, I'm still the youngest of four kids, so I want to point that out because if you are the youngest, you know what it's like to be the youngest and the fact that no one likes you or wants to play with you, and you are always looked at as that bratty, annoying younger sibling. And so that was me. And when I was about 8 years old, back then, obviously, in the 90s, early 90s, there was no iPads or Xboxes or any of that crap to play with. Our entertainment was outside, and I was outside in a back alley with a boy. I know, scandal. But I was, and I had thought at the time this kid, his name was Eugene, was my friend. And that particular day, he decided to pick up a rock and throw it at me. And it consequently landed right in the middle of my forehead. And blood I remember, just was gushing down my face. And as soon as I saw it, of course, I was just a bloody mess. And before I knew it, I looked behind me, and my siblings were just running with bricks in their hand and paint cans, because that's all they could get their hands on. And they were running after this kid to go literally beat the crap out of him because they messed with me. And I tell you that story for a reason. As coaches, think of yourself just in your everyday life. Strip away the emerald, the ruby, the diamond. Strip away all that crap. And just think about you as a human being. Put yourself in my shoes as a coach. There are days that we wake up and we have the best of intentions. We're inviting, we're reading our personal development, we're working out, we're eating clean. We're doing everything in a day that we believe will move us to where we want to go. And in that day, even though we have a really positive attitude, people start throwing rocks at us. It hurts. It makes us bleed. We have scars from it. Whether that comes from someone on Instagram that is a complete stranger, or even a Beachbody coach, shame on you, in this business that says something really nasty to you and just brings you down. And then I want you to think of yourself as my siblings who ran after this person and defended them. And no, I'm not saying as as a personally sponsored coach to go run all over Instagram and to start defending your coaches and, go crazy. But that's our job, is to protect them and to love them and to build them up and pick them up whenever they fall. So this kind of leads me into what Pat and I have been talking about for the last couple of days. I signed up as a coach in June and didn't really do anything because of my son's surgery. And in July, whenever T25 came out, that's when I was just like hardcore jumped into coaching, wanted everything that I could possibly get my hands on and more. And so I started doing the whole vomiting Beachbody everywhere and, talking to as many people as I could and sell. And then probably October came around and I messaged Pat and I was like, dude, I want to quit. I'm done. And you know what he said to me? Instead of saying, please don't do that, please, begging you to stay, please don't, he said to me, that would really suck if you did that. And it kind of just was like a little arrow that just pierced me. Like, kind of wanted you to beg me to stay. Kind of, like those relationships when you're like, well, please stay, please go, whatever. No, he let me decide that myself. And I'm really glad that he did, because in November, I was ending my school semester and it kind of dawned on me like, holy crap, I'm going to graduate in a year. And something about me, one of my whys is when I graduated from high school, I went to college just like everybody else. And I chose to go to a Christian college out in Harrisburg. And my first year, I was an elementary education major. I loved it. I was happy. I went to class. I did my homework. I wasn't very socially engaging with my peers, but I loved school. And then my sophomore year came, and all of that just got pushed to the wayside because I was stupid and I decided that I had other things in my life that I wanted to pursue that were not good. And consequently, they let me stay somehow into my junior year, and then I ended up failing out of college. I am a college dropout. And I say that for a reason. I quit on myself, and I let everything around me, everything in my environment, people, circumstances, and situations affect me. And because of that, I now have $130,000 worth of school loan debt that I have to pay off. And in November, when it dawned on me, like, holy crap, you're graduating, I had to make a choice. It literally was a choice. It was either one of two options for me. It was one, I made this work because I was passionate about it and I wanted it to be my life's work to help people decide to make that step that they could lose weight and it was possible. Or two, I could go back into the corporate world of being a legal secretary, crying myself to sleep every night because people were that mean to me. So which do you think I was going to choose? This. So that month, in the month of November, I signed 12 coaches. And I did that because my mind changed. I decided that things with this business were going to be completely non-negotiable. And to be honest, and excuse my language, but I didn't give a shit who said what to me or how mean this person was to me or whether that invite didn't work out. It didn't matter to me. I knew that I was going to show up every single day. I was going to do what I needed to do in order to be successful, and at some point it was going to pay off. And I knew that because I had a really good sponsoring coach named Pat that has never let me down. And because of him, I take my job really seriously as a sponsoring coach to pick up my coaches whenever they fall, to pick them up and encourage them and tell them that they're doing a good job. And it doesn't matter whether it's some little situation about inviting that didn't work out or some astronomical personal situation that they are devastated over. I care about all of it. So if you are in a place today where you feel like you just want to quit and give up, 9 times out of 10, you're 2 steps away from seeing that success, from tasting it, from smelling it, from physically touching it. And you're going to cut yourself off from that benefit if you quit. Because to be frank, you're only quitting on yourself. And why do you want to do that? Why would you want to quit on yourself? You should be your biggest advocate. You should be that person who wakes up every day and in your mind tells you, you can do this. You are no more or less special than anybody else in this business doing what they're doing. You are no less special than Lindsay Matway. Why can't you be Lindsay Matway? You can. The only thing or person that's holding you back from that is you. So if you're a new coach, a veteran coach, you've been in this business for 15 years, I don't care how long, don't quit. Don't give up. Because usually right around that corner is exactly what you want to see. And it's that treasure and it's that blessing in your life that you're looking for. So I hope this helps you. I know that this business can be extremely challenging and it has its ups and downs. It's a constant roller coaster. But when you don't quit and you let yourself experience that roller coaster, something is going to start to change, and that's your heart and mind, and it's going to affect everything else in your life. When I decided to not quit for the first time in my life at something, my marriage got better. I didn't quit on my marriage anymore. My life as a mother got better. I decided to not quit on my kids. My faith with God got better. I actually started having a relationship with Him because I wanted it, and I made the effort to not quit on Him. So, don't quit. That's the moral of the story. You guys are all doing a really great job, and we're all in this together. And if you need me, please message me, and I would love to just talk to you about whatever's going on. So, keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing because you're going to get there.